Short throw to Smith. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Charles. Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. An inside give to Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground with Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Callie, front left, Callie. Back north. Get Mike.
Second down, another shot for Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Rodgers going to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Over here.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Back north. Stay back.
Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Jones again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
11 MT. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11. 12.
Here's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 9.
11 Thomas.
Burrow will throw. He'll try and do this himself. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
On 2.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give left side. Brown with it. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Bengals at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's taken in by the tight end Finn. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Eleven MT. Here we go.
Burrow on play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
A Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
26.
Rodgers now to throw. Completes it to Austin. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing now is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And all the way down to the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Warren will try the right side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
Bengals nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They go play action with Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
To throw is Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Oren Burks. And the Bengals are going to have this short field here as they take over right at the 50. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say that was the play of the game.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go. 180. Shot.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. Shot.
Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
11, MC, take. Here we go, here we go.
First and 10.
Right, 80, 11, 11. Shot.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's get set. 12. Hey, can. Shot.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On
4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for
11,
it.
11, 11. Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Shot.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone, Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is caught. It's Burrow. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here we go, here we go. 10, 11, Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications. Yeah, taking it right down Broadway. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brian Robinson Jr., his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Back now in Cincinnati, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Another run for Brown on second down. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TV. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
14. Steelers 9. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Wilson. A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And it will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 18. We are going. Green 18.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
158.
To throw is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cut.
Gets this to Fant. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
11 mighty. Here we go. What? Stop. Right 80. Right cut. Stop.
Burrow. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
11, big 13. Big.
Here's Burrow.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down.
Right 80.
From the gun, a give to Brown.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 Thomas. 11. 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. God.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
258.
Now run straight ahead with one. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
No. 258.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.